Yo guys, and welcome back to the Celtic Files. As you may recall, we recently took a look at the changes to the Waffenträger auf Panzer IV, which wargame ended in patch 9.2. Specifically, wargaming decreased the WT's rate of fire by roughly 7%. I am not here to debate whether or not this rebalancing was necessary, but rather, I wanted to find out what the impact is when driving this vehicle. So I want to show you a replay of a game that I did the other day. This should be interesting for all of you who are currently grinding the second German TD line and fear that the WT may have lost its bite. So does the WT4 still have what it takes? Well, let's take a look and find out. So you all know that the WT4 is a glass cannon. It has no armor, and if you get caught in the open, it's often game over. You do however have a pretty mean cannon, and that cannon was just rebalanced. While I personally think of this change as minor, other people consider a 7% loss in DPM quite a big deal, especially for a tank that has nothing going for it but its cannon. This matchup will test the WT's capabilities. It's a tier 10 match, with 2/3 being tier 10s. XVM is against us with a win chance of 46%, but that's not too bad. What is bad, however, is the fact that the opponent has a Death Star with an excellent player behind the wheel. A player with a win 8 efficiency of nearly 2,700 and what might just be the best tier 10 TD. That's not something I hope to meet in any tank. But I digress. Let's focus on the replay. In this match I played at WT on the northern flank. We spot a T-62 and a T-110E5, and just as I take aim, perfect dirt, our T-54E1 decides to drive into me and shave off 30 of my hit points. But at least he apologized to me. Oh wait, he didn't. That's really mean. So here we have the T-110E5 again, and I am trying to line up a shot. I whittle my cannon to see if I catch the outline of the tank, but it is not to be. But fortunately, I don't need to wait too long for another target. There is a T-110E4, and I am aside. 511 damage is below average, but I have to settle for that. Now a more important target has been spotted, one of the opponent's WTE-100s. He is still in cover and there is nothing I can do. However, our Death Star has more luck against the T-110E5. He gets him for 380 damage. Obviously he failed to penetrate, and the recent nerf to the cannon may have been a factor. As the opponent's T-62A is pushing forward to get under our team's guns, the tier 10 heavy tank remains in position. I am forced to watch on, unable to contribute to the battle for the moment. Our Death Star tries again, but he only hits the rock in front of the T-110E5. But this isn't the last we have seen of him. We will be meeting him later in the battle. So while I am still not able to get anything done, I want to show you what happened on the southern part of the map. Here we have the T-54E1 going against a T-95. Guys, I think the T-95 only has the stock 105. Yeah, definitely. But now the autoloader medium is his side, and you can imagine how this is going to turn out. Nicely done. I am now shifting my attention to the southern flank. But then I spot a Jag Tiger. Forgot no. Not only do I completely doubt my shot, I now realize that I really should have shot the WTE-100. That was a very bad play timing.
Enemy armor is damaged.
And another below average damage shot, but I suppose I had that one coming for playing so badly. The game is nearly 5 minutes old, and I have only 1k damage to show for. I am not a happy camper. Not happy at all. But I want to say that the longer reload time of the WT4 has not affected me at all so far. Still on the southern flank, the enemy's Death Star and our mouse are having a little get-together. Oh my god. The mouse must have been shooting high explosives. Only 172 damage. Mr. Porsche would not have been pleased. But now pay attention to the T-54.
Enemy armor is hit.
I feel this was my first good shot in the game, but that was now the third below average damage roll. And you will see that the cannon will continue to troll me. I am also not happy about the enemy's Death Star. He has got way too much health left for my liking. He is the mortal enemy of the WT-4, and he can take me out in one shot. But on the flip side, the scores are even, and there is still everything to play for. If I only could put my tank to better use. Oh damn, I have been spotted. That's bad.
Ammo storage is hit. We're lucky it didn't blow.
Wow, that was close. I figure I was about to get killed by the enemy WTE-100, but I just managed to get out of his line of sight. That's how it goes. I got spotted and lost 1,100 hit points in a blink of an eye. So it's all business as usual in the WT-4. Our team is now 2 tanks down, and with the enemy pushing from the south as well as the northwest, things are getting dicey. Our WTE-100 went back to defend the base, so I am deciding to help out our Jap Tiger and T-95 against the 2 American attackers. We have the numerical advantage, and taking these guys out could be very important indeed. Our guys still have a lot of health left. The Jap Tiger takes a hit, but he has still more than 1,000 HP left. They don't know that I'm here, so I should have the element of surprise on my side. Good hit by our JT. The T-125 is now a one-shot for me. Let's see if I can sneak up on him. Damn, I have been spotted. So much for the element of surprise. He could potentially one-shot me, especially if he shoots high explosives at me. But while the T-125 is heavily armored, I happen to know where its weak spot is. Let me show you. Its side armor is weak, but he is facing me frontally. The upper hull is also quite thick, and well angled. But that does not matter either, because I can only shoot his turret. But that's where the good news comes in. Its glaring weak spot is the commander's hatch with a machine gun port. There is less than 200 millimeters of armor, and the WT-4 has both the accuracy and firepower to get through that quite easily. Now it's up to me to make the shot. Getting this tier 10 is absolutely vital. Surprisingly, for once I did not mess up, and the T-125 is no more. But things aren't going particularly well for our team. We are trailing by 3 tanks, but now comes the big moment of our bad chat. First he takes out the T-54 that I had damaged earlier. Then he proceeds to attack the enemy Foch. The Foch has advanced far north, and he is putting pressure on our WTE-100 by proxy spotting him. Great work by the bad chat. He scored 2 good hits, but unfortunately he failed to take out the Foch. We have eyes on the Death Star, who seems to be turning around to deal with the bad chat. The Death Star still worries me a lot. He could be the deciding factor in the outcome of this match. While I am heading back to base to assist in the defense, I notice that our T-95 has secured the northern pass. That's one thing less to worry about. My focus is on the Death Star, but he has something else to shoot at. Watch as he lines up a shot at our bad chat. And he gets the kill. That was a great shot. As our WTE-100 seems unwilling to engage, and he has my sympathy since he is virtually on 0 health, it's now my turn to deal with the Death Star. I am slowly inching forward. I got the jump on him, but my cannon again is rolled low, with less than 500 damage. But I can't worry about that now. I am thinking that the right move is to change my position. I don't want to be poking around that rock a second time. Instead, I want to get a different angle on the enemy. I also noticed that the enemy WTE-100 just crashed and killed himself. Good deal. According to the mini-map, there was also a Jag Tiger. I had shot him earlier, but my shell missed him. As I am getting into position to be ready to attack the enemy as they are pressing our base, I am happy to see that our T-95 is heading back there to support the defense. Our E-100 is taking damage. There is also an Object 704. I need to support the E-100. The 704 is out of render range. So I am going for the Jag Tiger. I am pretty sure that one went in. Yep, it did indeed. That was another below average damage roll. This is really starting to piss me off. While I was shooting at the JT, the opponent's E-75 managed to move across the open field. But I really felt that my priority had to be saving the E-100 from the 2 enemy TDs. And there's the Jag Tiger again. Time to put you down.
Enemy vehicle
But
destroyed.
there's no time to celebrate. The Death Star finally has moved north and has now been spotted in the open. This is exactly what I had been waiting for. The E-75 kills our WTE-100, but right now I have bigger fish to fry. The trap is set, and the Death Star has walked right into it.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
Not today, sunshine, not today. The most dangerous enemy player has been eliminated, and I am quite happy with the result. I also noticed that our E-100 was successful in taking out the object on the other side of the map, so we are in good shape now. The E-75 makes a very strange decision here and pulls back in front of my gun.
Critical hit.
I am trying to get his tracks, but my shot was poorly aimed. Fortunately, I do indeed manage to blow his tracks off, but I did no damage. Let's try that again.
Penetration.
That was better. Finally an above average damage roll. The Fush just unloaded his 3 shots of our T-95 and is now reloading. Our T-95 could now simply kill him or attack the E-75, but he doesn't. So I will have to deal with the E-75 all by myself.
We didn't even scratch them.
So I just pulled thread off the T-95, and the E-75 is now coming for me. Too bad my shot bounced off his upper plate. I really could have used that extra damage right now. I am driving up the slope, and now I am waiting for the E-75. I can take one hit. Not more.
Penetration.
622 damage. That is finally a good damage roll. Now I need to GTF though. So lucky that he did not hit me. Now I am going to get your lower plate.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
Oh my god. He turned his tank just as I was firing, and I only get his tracks. Screw this. I am going full hand.
We're on fire. We're immobilized. We've put out the flames. Track repaired. Drive on. Enemy armor is destroyed.
Okay, that was fun, but going full retard almost cost me my life. Thankfully my crew was quick to extinguish the fire. I almost got killed by a player with 113 efficiency. I think I would have uninstalled the game had that happened. But as it stands, we live to fight another day. That leaves just the Fush to deal with, and I really do not want to die. Let the T-95 do something for a change. Oh, the Fush is moving. And I have a little surprise for him.
They're knocked out.
An exciting fight has come to a close, and we walk away with an Ace Tanker Mastery badge, and I am always happy to get one of those. We got 2,000 experienced undoubled, the tank sniper, and a high caliber medal. We destroyed 5 enemy tanks, and dished out more than 6,300 damage, which is nice. I also want to point out that of the 30 players, only 6 did not manage to get over 1,000 damage. That indicates to me that quite a few players on either side had decent games. We fired 18 shots, all of which hit the target. So I did not miss my first shot at the Jag Tiger after all. 16 of the 18 shots penetrated with standard AP rounds. With a premium account, the game netted more than 30k credits, which isn't too shabby. So guys, what do you think about the rebalancing of the WT4? I think for the most part, the longer reload time did not affect me in this game at all. I don't think I would have scored a single additional point of damage with the faster reload. At the end of the fight when I was fighting the E-75, I still easily hit enough DPM to bring him down before he was able to kill me. However, there will be times where this extra half a second of faster reload could save you, but I think these situations are relatively few and far between. So if Wargaming really wanted to reduce the effectiveness of the WT4, I don't think they have succeeded. The force is still strong in the WT4. But please guys, please, don't tell them. We have arrived at the end of the video. If you like what you saw, why don't you rate the video down below? I'd really appreciate it. Until next time. Have a good one.